Hello from the Nature Finance Forum in Paris, looking at how much nature is now being recognized by the corporate world as central to easing the problems of the transition away from fossil fuels, the transition which is going to diminish our consumption of carbon. What is made clear among the investor and finance audience here, the community of those who are investing, is that there's a nature risk which is now endemic across all portfolios. That is important. In other words, nature is so significant to measure, but how much nature is being recognized as an issue, that is a question which I've heard being discussed, not least because of the problem of capturing data and getting those in positions of power and responsibility, boards, chief executives, C-suites, and so many other people, to recognize that nature is not a nice to have. You've got to recognize that nature is being abused and therefore nature needs to be addressed. So I would say that nature is being recognized increasingly as a factor which needs to be addressed, but nothing like as fast enough. And we've heard from bankers, we've heard from investors, we've heard from philanthropic interests as well, that they recognize that nature is important. But my personal assessment is that it is not being addressed dramatically enough and as decisively enough at the speed that is necessary. We're all abusing nature in everything, including, say, from this pen. The manufacturer of this pen would have abused nature in its own way. Everything around me here in the Pullman Montparnasse will have, in its own way, abused nature in the way it was created. Much of what we do in our lives is abusing nature, but we don't think about it. That is still, therefore, a significant challenge, and a challenge that's got to be addressed. It can't be just left for a nice to have one day. It's got to happen now, and at the moment it's not happening fast enough, and certainly the finance community is beginning to recognize that. There's a lot of talk about the theory, but I would put to you that the theory is not the same as practice, and practice means it's got to be done fast, extremely fast. Otherwise we're in danger of abusing nature not just once, but multiple times, and being unable to rectify all the damage we're still doing, quite apart from the damage that's been done, particularly in the last 100 years. So I'm at the Nature Finance Forum in Paris.